Hello. How are you doing? How have you been doing? Feels like it's been forever. So, a little bit of an update. I'm in a garage right now, sweaty because I just went for a walk. Anyway, so I'm going to do these videos as the last 2 months, like November, December, rest of the year type of vibe. And pick up with the regular schedule programming in December. Probably, yes. So I'm actually staying with my parents right now because my mom needed to have a knee replacement. So I came out here to help them with that. That's actually taking place on Halloween Day. So if you have any good vibes available, send those over to my mom. So as you'll see, my space is a little different because I don't have my table. And yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to give this quick little intro, say hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm sweating like a bitch. I'm in Vegas, or technically Henderson. Used to Colorado, a little bit cooler weather, but that's okay. My skin is loving how much I'm sweating. So let's get into the readings. Say hi in the comments. And yeah, let's go. Hello. Welcome or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. It's good to be back. I hope you're all doing well. I think I said that in the intro. I recorded that intro a couple days ago, thinking that I could just like kind of jump into videos after that. It did not work out that way. I don't know why I thought that it would. I do apologize in advance for any shaking going on. I'll try to keep that to a minimum as much as possible. I don't know if that's annoying. But anyway, so yeah, I just, you know, when you're like not in your own space, right? And it's like figuring out how to make things work the way that they do work in your own space. Anyway, it's fine. We're here. So, I think, like I said, I'm going to structure these as readings for the last 2 months. Because since I'm here at my parents' house, I'm honestly not sure. Temperance and the Four of Wands. Did that come out already? I don't know. It's like patience with your family. Maybe that's why, because I was just talking about being at my parents' house. So I'm here more than likely through the end of November. And anyway, I just kind of want to set expectations. So I'll probably start posting more videos probably in December again. So I don't think I even said it yet. This is a reading for Aries. We're just shuffling here a couple more times. And then I think we'll do a few cards for November, a few cards for December. This part I'm kind of winging because you know. feel, well, yeah, okay. There we go. I was gonna say, I feel like there was some of the same cards coming out, but we'll see if they... So for November, we have the Knight of Cups, the King of Rods, Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups. Holy cow. Okay. December, we have the Queen of Rods, Ace of Swords, Seven of Rods, and the World. Aries, this is what's up. We have the Seven of Cups. Okay, let me just make sure everything is everything. Okay. I just wanted everything to be separate. So, wow. I feel like this is quite a way to end a year. And not to mention, we have the effing World as the last card. This would be December over here. So amazing. We'll get to that. But the end of the year, the end of a cycle, the end of something. Love that. So we start with the Knight of Cups over here, though. In November. And I also love how we go from the Knight of Cups to the King of Cups within the same month. Because that just represents growth, right? It's like seeing your labor of love, like pay off or grow or whatever it is. I mean, this could be a relationship, of course. The Knight of Cups is generally offering the Ace of Cups to you, or you could be offering the Ace of Cups to somebody else. So, cups having to do with our emotions. It's an emotional offer. It's going to either come from your heart space or it's going to hit you in your heart space. So, the Knights generally bring in those messages, right? So again, I mean, it could be an offer that you've been waiting for. That could be business. It could be relationship, like I said, like actual romantic relationship. There could be some sort of like business partnership going on. It could be, like I said, a job offer. But there is definitely some sort of message coming in. And I love how, the Knight of Cups is facing the King of Wands. This King of Wands has this energy of and since it is a king, it's like, the knight had to, it's like 90-10, where the knight had to go 90% and the king is like, I'll do 10, maybe. Because the king isn't going to chase something, right? I mean, like, people bring things to kings, right? When you get to be in that type of position, you don't have to go out and like work for things, right? It's more so like it's brought to you. This could be a person in your life. I mean, this can certainly be you, of course, because this is fire. You are fire, right? I think the king is specifically Sagittarius. Let me look it up really quick. No, it's Aries. Let me see. It depends on who you ask. The kings connect primarily to mutable, so that would be Sagittarius. And the King of Cups would be Pisces. Either way, though, it is fire, and it's the highest expression of the element of fire. So, I mean, the King of Rods, or the King of Wands, talks about passion. This is somebody who knows what they want, and it's like, there's no settling for anything less than that. There's a creativity aspect, passion, desire, right? Like, a lot of people call the King of Wands an entrepreneur because they're not going to work for somebody else. And if they do, it's going to be in a capacity where there's a lot of freedom, a lot of creative freedom in general, right? Because it's hard to contain fire. And most Aries that I know, they're not going to be confined or contained either. So it's interesting. I love how these two are looking at each other. You could be bringing an offer to somebody that's a King of Rods, or like I said, there could be a water sign in your existence. There doesn't have to be, but this could be somebody that's bringing an offer to you. Or even maybe just opening those lines of communication to a creative solution. This is definitely something too that's been in consideration for a while. And I really only say that because it's daytime over here, it's nighttime over here. So it's like, there's been cycles, or, something that's just maybe you've been mulling over for days, weeks, months. And this would be quite a journey too. Right? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Knight of Cups. So, this is saying to me that there's definitely something changing. It could be the way that you work. It could be the dynamic of your relationship. It could be taking a relationship to the next level. Because the Wheel of Fortune talks about things changing. It's the number 10 also. So it's almost exactly in the middle of the Fool's journey. The middle, the end. This also almost kind of looks like seasons here. I don't know if that's really what it's supposed to. That's kind of what it looks like to me. But yeah, it's like whatever this is, whether you're the one that's presenting the Ace of Cups to somebody or you're receiving it, it's definitely, there's going to be some dynamic that's shifting here. And I always, 100% of the time, will see the Wheel of Fortune as a good card. I don't even care what other cards are around it. And all the cards that are around this anyway are good. But I always see it as being a good thing. So there's definitely if you have felt like there's been some sort of stagnation, or if this is relationship wise, if you have felt like, whether this is a relationship that you're currently in, or if it's something that, it could be somebody new coming in. It could be somebody that you already know and have an interest in. there could be something that changes. And like I said, I see that as being a good thing. There's this mutual, kind of thing going on here. And then, like I said, we have these two kings here. So one could be you, one could be this water sign again. Since we have the two cups here. And another king, highest expression, right? So the King of Cups is emotionally mature. Emotional needs are met, fulfilled. There's also kind of this playful energy with this. There's this fish jumping out back here. So somebody could be a bit more serious than the other, which, could just kind of even things out or just kind of, balance things. But then again, the King of Rods is going to be playful too. Just the nature of Wands. It's not really that serious. So you guys could have a lot of fun together. There could be a lot of passion between you guys. Values, morals, beliefs, things like that could be compatible. And again, this doesn't necessarily have to be strictly romantic relationship. It could be a business partnership or even a job. It could be a dream job because we have this ship coming in. It's like finally the position opens or the position is available. The position could have been created that lines up with your passions and your desires. November is going to be good. Good stuff in November. And then in December, we start with the Queen of Rods, and which I also love because we have the King and the Queen of the same suit here. So again, this could be relationship, does not have to be at all. I'm just pointing that out because the Queen of Rods, they know what they want, right? Like when we talk about the queens, it's when we embody the energy of the suit within ourselves. Like we're able to recognize that energy within ourselves. So this is you going after your passions, putting your star player first, right? And with the kings, when we get to the kings, that's when we're able to express those things with other people because kings generally oversee a kingdom, right? There's generally people looking to them, they're leaders. And the queens, it's like we have to be able to see the energy and embody that energy within ourselves before we're able to express it with other people or even lead them, right? So again, the Queen of Wands is going to know, like this is almost like goal setting. Like you might be the type of person where you take stock, like in December, you take stock of what you have accomplished in 2022, even if some of those accomplishments just showed up in November. But it's like looking back through the whole year and, either writing a gratitude list or even just recognizing like how far you've come, what has changed from small to large. And then getting clear on what your vision is for 2023. How can you build on this? How do you want to build on this? We have a full moon there also. And we have this little sliver here, but that could be I just kind of get like a new moon feeling in my feelers. Because I love too how the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands is looking at the Ace of Swords. Like the Knight of Rods was looking this way towards this offer, right? It's almost like I was saying, like this feeling of waiting. Like you know that it's coming and it's just a matter of it showing up, right? And when the left side of the card is representing the past. The left side of the card is representing the future. So, the King of Rods is looking towards something. And, the past can be like a week ago. It could be a day ago. It could be a couple months. Like, maybe waiting for this offer to have come in. I don't know if that sentence made sense. But anyway, so, the Queen of Wands is now looking towards the future. The Ace of Swords is new ideas, new inspirations, a new way of looking at things. It's also the Sword of Truth. So there's honesty, cutting through bullshit. So again, getting clear about what those goals are, getting clear about where you see yourself going, your headspace, right? Like getting the mindset together. We have the Seven of Wands, which talks about standing your ground. It's a bit defensive. But this, to me, the Seven of Wands is always like, if it gets hard, you're doing it right. If the doubt creeps up, you're doing it right. I also see this as being like other people's projections, because, we have this figure here that's kind of, like defending themselves here. And it's these wands coming up where it's other people's fears, other people's doubts, other people not being able to see the vision, right? And you're standing here like, that's not my problem. I have my own fears, my own doubts. I don't need to take on yours also. So I'm going to send that energy back to you. That's not mine. Give it back. And, like you could be really setting some hefty goals for yourself. It's almost like this to me has this feeling of challenging yourself because you think it's fun. Oh, you Aries are crazy. And I love it. It's like, you know what? I made this happen over here. Like this showed up to me, this exact thing that I was looking for, which, really kind of shifted some things for me. I'm going to see what else. I'm going to go big. That's how like this feels to me. And then with the Ace of Swords and the World, like I said, this is all about mindset. This could be recognizing that you've been playing it small and you're like, I'm done with that. Because the World it's the end of the Fool's journey. Something is ending here so that the next journey can begin, because we go from the World to the Fool. We go right back into the next thing. This could also just be really like leaving 2022 in 2022, like as much as possible. This could have just been, this could have been a huge breakthrough over here to some degree. And, this would be this, I'm recreating myself. I'm going to reinvent myself based on this new vision that I have of myself, because that could be what this is. I want to be Aries because this is beautiful. We have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is options. Weighing your options. You could be putting everything out on the table and really looking at it and saying, doing the Marie Kondo thing. Does this bring me joy or not? Is this something that I want to invest my energy and emotions into or not? We have the Queen of Pentacles, which, Pentacles having to do with money. This is, this sense of security. And again, with the Queens, right, it's embodying that energy ourselves. So needs are met financially, reaching these goals that we set for ourselves. I say ourselves because I just said I want to be an Aries. I identify as an Aries now. No, just kidding. There's this, Mother Earth quality to the Queen of Pentacles too, like self-care, nurturing, definitely, taking care of yourself, because you can't pour from an empty cup, right? And your cup's not empty. We have the Ace of Cups, which is what I was saying in November, which was being offered. Your cup is overflowing. Right? It's like this reinvigoration of life, like having the energy, feeling good about what you're doing. Page of Swords. Putting new ideas into practice, seeing if they work, seeing if they fit. New ideas, new perspectives, new opinions. It's like keeping an open mind here. And they're holding the Ace of Swords. We have the Hermit, we have the Moon. Page of Cups, like there's, this newness going on back here. And this could be, going into 2023. It's like the sky is the limit, literally. These goals that you're setting for yourself, there's this energy to really go for it, as you should. And there is a lot of success back here. So whatever you do end up doing, or whatever you decide to do, it'll work in some capacity. So try it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Aries, for allowing me to read your cards. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.